All right, here we go with homework 1.5. And this first one, you're just given a frequency histogram, relative frequency histogram, or a bar graph, basically. And you have to answer some questions based on just looking at that bar graph. So in our case, we've got the spin rate of 100 golfers. And the question is, find the proportion of spin rates in the sample that are less than 7,000 revolutions per minute. Okay, so I look at my bar graph here. Here's 7,000 revolutions per minute. I want everybody less than that. So that's this part of the bar graph. I need to find out how many people are in that section. So it looks like I've got 7, 11, 25, and 24. I would add those up quickly. That is 67 folks that are that have spin rates 7,000 revolutions per minute or less. Okay, so then it says write your answer as a decimal. Do not round your answer. Okay, so it's asking for proportion. So I got 67 out of 100 people, which comes to 0.67. That's the proportion that I would enter for my answer. 67% of the people have spin rates 7,000 or less. All right, so that's the first type of problem. Type of problem is going to look like this, where you have to, you're given a histogram, you're going to have to construct what they call an ogive, or another term for it is cumulative relative frequency polygon. I like the term ogive better. But an ogive, you're just adding up the different frequencies, cumulative relative frequencies. So here we go. In our bar graph here, it says a realtor is displaying the histogram below, which summarizes percentage appreciation and values for each of a random sample of 25 houses in Newburgh Park. Okay, so these are our appreciations in percentage, and these are the numbers for those appreciations. So it's from 0 to 10%, we had 3 of the 25. Okay, so 3 out of 25 is 0.12. So what I want to do above this 10% thing right here, I want to pull this up until to where it is 0.12. So usually there's going to be something on your Alex where you can type in 0.12, and it'll put a little dot there, and then you can drag this right up to it. All right, so the next thing, you're going to be looking to pull a dot up to 20 and less, 20% appreciation or less. So in our case, that's these two numbers right here, both 4 and 3, 20% or less, is those two bars right there. So that's 7 out of 25. So 7 out of 25, that's 28%. And so here I would pull up or make a dot right there, wherever 0.28 is, and then I would pull that mark up. Then I'd go for the next one, 30%. So I'm going to be looking at from here down. That's 3, 4, 5. Add those up. 3, 4, 5. That's 12. 12 out of 25. That is 48%. So my next bar would go up to 0.48, which is about right here. Get that drawn in. All right, and then I'm going to do 40. So I'm going to add all of these up. That is going to be 20 out of 25, which is 80%. So the next one, this is going up to 0.80, so that's that dot right there. And then last, and the last one's always going to be at 1, because you're going to have 100% of your data. So I'm going to have 25 out of 25 that are 50 or less. So I'm going to have these dots. First one's always going to start at 0. Last one's always going to end at 1. And then, so that's going to be 0. That's going to be 1. And then you really got to find these dots in the middle. And then the ogive is just a connection of those dots. So it's a cumulative relative frequency polygon, or ogive. All right, again, got questions, ask me in class or shoot me an email.